good old community hangout tonight. Well, it's like number two this week. What? Okay, so we've got some Christmas music played in the background. I hope you enjoy this comic review. There's live comic review time right now, peoples and Phantom fans. Our Lord, more, and the first comic we're going to be having a look at is issue number 1928, The Leopard Cult. It is the Phantom. It is the Leopard Cult. The cover art has is amazing. It has been brought to you by the good old, the very talented Jason Paulos. Great stuff he does. I absolutely love when he gets to do covers. Like when he did his, I think he's when he's original. He does many original stories. Let me get that right. But he did one of I would say one of the best modern type Jason Paulos Phantom stories in like last year, and it was I think it was called what was it called again? It was a Phantom by Gaslight story, and it was done by Jason Borlows. It was amazing. It reminded me of the movie that also came out last year, and it reminded the movie of Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise. It has Dwayne Johnson in it, and I think Emily Blunt or someone else, But great story. It was 8 parts, an 8 parts story, 8 episodes from Jason Paulos. It was awesome. It had everything that you would want a Phantom story, a modern day Phantom story to have in it. It had it was so damn good. We had a look at the story. Oh yes, I remember it now. So the story it was called The Grey Malkin, and oh, I love that story. I love that story. Last year when it got published, but today we're going to be tonight we're going to be talking about the Leopard Cult, and also we do not just have one comic for you tonight. Oh yes, we have two issues. The other issue of which has two stories in it. Yes, we've got the death in Carpathia and the Golden Queen, Part 2. Another amazing, this has got to be one of the best Luca Berta covers I have ever seen this year. He only did, I think, one this year. He's been doing heaps of covers, heaps of mainstay covers over in the Norwegian countries. So, thank you once again. Thank you, Luca Berta, for supplying the other comics cover, and let's get into it, people. We've got Christmas music in the background. It's Christmas time. It is coming up to Christmas, so we're having, you would say, live comic reviews with good old Phantom Cave reviews. Did that rhyme? Probably did. Okay, first one, Leopard Cult. It is a story that was it was a story that was wrote by Norman Walker, and the artist for this issue is Jamie Valvey. Good old Jamie Valvey. His art is always awesome when you get to have a look at his stuff. Good old Christmas ambulance music. So in this story we have, obviously, you can't have the Phantom without a cult or a religious cult. You cannot have the Phantom without one of those in a story. It's just like not having Don Bradman playing for the Australian cricket team in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. It's just like having, it's just that saying, like you say, it's just not cricket. It's just not cricket if Jamie Valvey isn't getting his art published in few publication stories. Just not cricket. just not cricket. That should be made into a jungle saying. It's just not cricket if there's no Jamie Falvey in the stories. So, leopard cult. So the Phantom finds out that it is. Of course, we're having to look at an old chronicle story, and a past Phantom has discovered that there's a leopard cult, a cult of people that are dressed up as leopards, and then going on out into the jungle, and they're looting tribes, and they're plundering them, and basically people's lives enduring going out into the jungle at night time are being threatened. They're being threatened by this so-called leopard cult, and the past Phantom of that time, the current Phantom of that time, he wraps them all. He wraps those leopard cult and those leopard people men up, and he leaves them for. He basically leaves them for the police of that time, which obviously back in those days, back in this story that was first published. Let me get that for you. This story was first published in 1983 in Phantom Man number 19 of 1983. And as I was saying, in this story, it is depicted that Bengala and the Morristown people and the people that live in this fictional country are still being, you would say, you're still being governed by a British colony. So it's basically British. It's been founded by British. It's about basically it's a British colony to this point, and into the future, we obviously saw in this country being given independence, and the Phantom of this day, and we start off with this story over the years, the ruins weathered of the leopard cult into catacombs and disappeared. The modern Morristown was developed, and eventually a university was built over the forgotten catacombs. But deep in Bengala's jungle is much the same. How far are we going, Phantom? A native says. Just past the Whispering Grove, Bombar. The Jungle Express. I'll visit the Murray people and look. Goes to walks. Over there in the jungle. Oh, what's in the jungle? What's in the jungle? A person is getting attacked by a mysterious jungle cat. Is that mysterious person a real jungle cat? Is it a real leopard? We will find out. The Phantom rescues this certain person and takes him back to the Skull Cave so that Guren can work his magic with his medicine hands. The guy recovers from his, well, ordeal, you would say, and tells the Phantom of what is going on in the university. What is going on? What is it? Is there a resemblance, and is there a reoccurrence of the leopard gang, a leopard cult, a leopard of something? So the Phantom, he is off to where this university is, and that he hears that some of the natives, the young teenagers, the young natives, have gone to this university to seek further and advance their educational purposes. So when the Phantom gets there, he sees that most of those people that came from those tribes they're not really studying. They're doing what normal people, whatever normal people would do, but you'd say they're going to beach parties, having a good old time, drinking lots of, you would say, beers or beach beers to say. And he hears of this person called Mendaga. Now, who is this Mendaga? What would he have anything to do with the leopard cult and the people who are surrounding and involved in this leopard cult? This guy, Mendaga, is a wealthy person, and he's also has another person who is basically, who you would say, like his evil henchman, and the evil henchman is the no other than this guy right here. The Phantom reaches this beach party. He basically destroys the living daylights out of this guy that is to do with the leopard cult, possibly. And he tells the beach goers, the beach partiers, to go home, go and study and become what you were sent here for. You were sent here for further education. Go back to the university and study hard, like he says. Go home. And then they do not go home. They keep partying, and then Mendaga gives them, you'd say, what? So this special juice, and that would have something. Maybe it has something to do with a thing called drugs, but maybe not. It's maybe just spiking someone's drink. Maybe. So that then changes the behavior of these people who are studying at this university in Bengala, in Marshall Town, Bengala, and they capture the Phantom, and the Phantom is then, well, you'd say you trap the wolf too, but then the wolf, does the wolf get away? No, he does. Mustn't. So the Phantom fights and gets hold of a paw of one of the leopard men, but he must be left alive, and he's taken to the leopard cult HQ, you would say, or the catacombs of the leopard cult, and he is left there to fight for his life in trying to be getting eaten by ants. Yes. Are we channeling our inner ant power? Are we channeling our inner 1940s story of the Phantom goes to war? Maybe, maybe. But then the Phantom escapes that trap and goes to, basically, he goes and destroys what they're trying to build. And then after that, the people who are studying at the university in Bengala are basically, they're getting taken and put into this initiation of which, and so all these people and all these jungle people that are going to the university who have come out of the tribes are going to be initiated into the leopard cult. And what we see is that the Phantom obviously stops the leopard cult from doing that. He ruins their party in the meantime. And while that's all going, he creates a sort of an effect that just leaves them bemused by good old dry ice. And the Phantom ruins their initiation. Someone was about to get sacrificed, and their enemy, they say, he's our enemy, kill him, kill. I'll deal with you later. Come on, Mora, time to go. Suddenly, boom! Kill him, kill him, kill him, help! Ah! What has happened? And now, because that they've felt the water happening from the pool, they felt the water coming from the pool, they go back to their normal self. And then this whole apartment and this whole mansion is destroyed by the water. They go back to university, they study hard, and let me read these panels. They are studying hard now, but still can't explain what happened in Dr. Bumbutt's house last week. It seems that the only thing they can remember is that they were drowning just before the doctor's house collapsed. Another mystery, what happened to Bumba and his servant Mangnaga. Yes, they've disappeared without a trace. But deep in the jungle, Bamba and Menaga, you've been found guilty. Do you have anything to say before you hear the sentence? And when the semester is finally over, our happiest day, Morse, and we have the Phantom to thank for it. Mora, do you think we'll ever see him again, Morse? Maybe someday, who knows? While they're saying that, good old Phantom, Mr. Walker, is in the background. He's in the house. And now the new Phantom's the new Phantom World trading cards are in stock at few publications. You can now get these cards for $33 plus postage within Australia at www.phantomcomic.com.au. Look at that back cover. Oh, Jason Paulos has done a beautiful job. Great work. Absolute great work. Death in Carpathia is a new story. I think this is a new story, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's got Death in Carpathia and The Golden Queen, Part 2. This, as I said, this cover has been done by Luca Berta. It is amazing. Does it have something to do with the Hunchback from Notre Dame? Maybe. I don't know yet until we have a look at the story. And let's get into it. It is issue number 1929. And let's go. Let's have a look at this riveting story. Now, this story, the next story that's coming after this is the one and only Matt Kimes' The Manhunt and The Golden Queen Part 3 by Shane Foley. Yeah, this is a new story. It was first published by Egmont Scandinavia, in Phantom number 18 and 18/19 in 2019 it was published in. And it's called The Death in Carpathia. So we start off this story with a lady walking home after she's seen her friends, as you would say. Her friends, one night in the small town of Zug in Carpathia. Are you sure you want to go home alone this late, Maria? Don't worry, Leah, I can take care of myself. That she reckons. This story has been written by Michael Soul, and the art for this story is done by Janice Auden. Don't forget that the protest meeting is at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning outside the church. Carl, you know that. I'm leading the meeting, so I'll be there at 8 to make coffee for everyone. Hello there, good looking. Hello there, good looking. Get away from me. She goes home to witness a murder. Who was that was murdered? It was her. It was Maria. Her friends don't know what's happened. They go to the house unexpectedly, find the house is taped off by police. The police are not telling her friends what had happened. The Phantom investigates. The Phantom notices if there was a murder, and that no one could get inside by the windows or the door, now that is a mystery. She was murdered, but the doors and windows were locked from the inside. They don't know more. The police, they don't know more. So, is the killer still at large? Not for long, if I have anything to do with it. Sorry I haven't introduced myself properly. Kit Walker. My job happens to be finding bad people. Carl Boyer. I'm Leah Steiner. Do you know if Maria has received any threats before? No, our protests have been very peaceful. This is a shock. Rumors have circulated that the mayor is corrupted and that he's received bribes from TechFunk, but I don't think he's capable of violence. It sounds like I'll have a chat with him. So the Phantom has a chat with him and he says, I'm a businessman. I would like to invest in your city. And the mayor is, he's very half-heartedly saying, yeah, I'll agree to this. How much money are you wanting to invest in my city? Then the Phantom starts to talk about a topic that many people in this situation would not want to be surrounded with. He then is leaded off to a person, the company founder at TechFunk. This person is a mysterious person. Is he the person that murdered Maria? We will have to see to wait. This box moves by itself. The Phantom says, there, it moved again. It's my cat. A paper cat, maybe? You're a real comedian, Mr. Walker. Sorry, but I have to ask you to leave. I assure you that nothing sinister is going on here. We at TechFunk want only the best for humanity. That guy is a liar, but is he a killer? He then receives a text message that from his investors that are investing in TechFunk. We have not seen blueprints of the architecture for the new building. What is this? I've been checking daily at my emails and nothing. Nothing. Is this a scam? Maybe. But the founder then gets on the phone and says, but I paid you. You can't do this. Don't get hysterical, Mr. Berg. There's no proof of any payment. The fact is that I've absolutely no idea what you're even talking about. Goodbye. The guy that could have murdered Maria now kidnaps this old mate, the mayor, and he's in the church. The Phantom works out that he's in the church, and while he's going to the church, the box is empty. He goes to the church to find out that it's another trap whatsoever. It's another trap. Oh, yes, it's getting interesting. The Phantom is up on it's basically his head to the ground, notices that the mayor is also trapped, and this beast comes out of the darkness. This beast was the thing that was in the box. This beast is made of most of the people that was in the cemetery. So the only way to try and get rid of the bodies in the cemetery, the Phantom makes his way and escapes from the bounds. While the monster is still attacking him, the monster then hears of what the villain has in store for him. You look to be in good shape yourself. I just had a brilliant idea. I'll harvest your body parts for my new prototype to replace and kill off the old one. The monster does not want any of that. He attacks his creator and it is the last time they will see anything of this world. The creation, the monster, and the creator of the monster, die. They die holding each other's hand. A symbol that would only have something to reference upon the story of good old Frank, good old, good old Frankenstein, a book. Yeah, good old Frankenstein. And what's that other story that has that sort of, oh yes, something that I teased to start this video. Good old Hunchback. Good old Hunchback from Notre Dame. It reminds me of those two combinations. It reminds me firstly of Notre Dame. It even reminds me from Hunchback from Notre Dame, Hunchback in Notre Dame. And it also reminds me, the second thing it reminds me, second thing it reminds me of is good old Frankenstein. Yeah, so a few publications were publishing. They published their second graphic novel. I think it was last year, just before the end of last year in 2021. They published the second graphic novel. It had Frankenstein in it, or a son of Frankenstein, and the Phantom was basically going up against him. I haven't read the story. I haven't got the story yet, but I hope to get it soon. And maybe that'll be something. Or maybe I just might need to wait a little bit more. Yeah, I've got things happening. And then they bury Mr. Victor Berg, and at the last panel, it is a hand out of the grave of Mr. Berg. He shouldn't stay here, that's for sure. Ah, that's a great ending. Great ending. Great job, Michael Soul, and great job, Janice Auden. Oh, yes. One of the best stories out of 2022. One of the best covers out of 2022. And another great part is coming up with Shane Foley's The Golden Queen, episode 2 of 3. The Phantom is in the grip of Azark, a giant within this golden landscape. The Phantom escapes because he's confronted by Azark's sister, or, you'd say cousin. And that cousin he's already met. And we looked at this cousin basically on Sunday night. And this cousin is the one and only the Queen. Yes, we've got the Queen, and the Phantom has already met the Queen on Sunday night. We had a look at the first part. If you want to go have a look at it, I'll put the link to the video up, or live stream up here. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a great story by Shane Foley. I've already said that. And the Phantom will then have to accept this challenge from the Azak, the giant. But Azak doesn't want any of this from this Phantom. And he challenged Azak to... Oh, pardon me. He challenged Azak the giant to a challenge. But then he gets an arrow for he gets an arrow for yeah, he gets an arrow for his words basically. Isaac must know this saying, actions speak louder than words. And the Phantom takes that arrow straight into the collarbone. Straight into the collarbone. This story will be concluded in the next issue, and that story will be concluded maybe on Wednesday night. Yeah. We're going to be having another look at some comics on Wednesday night. So if you're looking for some good old comic reviews and some live comic book entertainment for Wednesday night and a good old, as they say, good old hump week, midday of the week. So if you're looking for some entertainment, some comic book field into entertainment for your Wednesday night, I got it covered. And we're going to be having a look at Manhunt, not only Manhunt, but we're also going to be having a look at another comic. I will keep that secret for now. I hope you have enjoyed this live stream so far, this live look at two amazing Phantom comics, three stories, in fact, for this tonight. And as I said, the new Phantom trading cards, the new Phantom's World trading cards, are now available at www.phantomcomic.com.au. There's 18 in the set. You can get it for $33 plus postage within Australia. And as they say, that'll be all. Now, there was something that Dudley said in the publisher notes, and it went along the way of, do you recognize this guy? So, if you can comment who this guy looks like in the next at the comment down below, who does this guy look like? Who does it look like? And it has something to do with the cover artist, does it? Does it have something to do with the cover artist? Comment down below, who is this guy? Who is he referenced to as the villain? And as always, have a great Tuesday night. It's been a pleasure having yous here, even though we didn't really have many people here, but that doesn't really matter. All that matters is that some good old comic books are being reviewed, and we're having some good old fun with some Christmas music. That's all that matters. And as always, keep Phantom Caving. You'll see me on Wednesday night reviewing The Manhunt by Matt Kime. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. And watch out for next week. We have, oh yes, you are going to be very, very excited about what's coming on next Monday. So enjoy this week. Enjoy everything to do with Christmas and the leading up to Christmas. I know it's been a pretty quick year this year, but Christmas around the corner. Some more comic books to be reviewed. Two comic books are going to be reviewed on Wednesday night. So if you don't have any plans for Wednesday night and you want some comic book entertainment, as I've said, I will be live reviewing The Manhunt by Matt Kime, and I think another comic book as well. I will leave that until tomorrow. I will not tell you. As always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, people, and it's December right now. Stay safe, keep Phantom Caving, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Phantom content and more reviews by yours truly. Goodbye for night. That is all, folks. That's enough said. All folks, say yes. We'll be live tomorrow night, and goodbye for tonight.